Now on Denver 7 News, Broncos versus 49ers goes down to the wire.
Touchdown, Denver!
Broncos country filling the stadium and holding their breath. We have team coverage from Empower Field breaking down what was better and what wasn't.
No matter what happens at each game, the fans are always there bleeding orange and blue.
I am a lifelong Broncos fan since I can remember.
We meet a family that takes tailgating to a whole new level.
And mariachi music fills the air as the next generation takes the stage.
It was just like what mariachi is supposed to feel like. Really connected, really close to our roots and to each other.
We meet a group of Colorado teens who get the performance opportunity of a lifetime while honoring their culture. Good evening, and thank you for joining us on this Broncos Sunday. I'm Jacqueline Allen.
And I'm Brian Wang. One single point, and not pretty at all, but a win is a win. The Broncos beating the 49ers tonight 11-10, and it all came down to the wire.
Look how pretty it is. We have team coverage out there tonight with our Denver 7 Sports team. We have Troy and Nick at Empower Field, but let's start with Sports Director Lionel Bienvenu. Lionel, I mean, this was a nail-biter, that's for sure.
Yeah, this was a game much like the Texans game. Ugly, ugly, ugly for 3 quarters. Broncos country booing the Broncos again. Then another fourth quarter touchdown drive from Russell Wilson and a fantastic performance by the defense. And here we are from boo, boo, boo to yay, yay, yay. From what are they doing to we're in first place. What a crazy ride so far. And we're only 3 games into the season. Former Broncos coach Mike Shanahan was there and his wife Peggy in the house to watch his former team and his son, former Broncos ball boy, Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers head coach. There's Jerry Rosberg, the senior consultant hired to help Coach Nate Hackett with game management and decision making. Russell Wilson, the offense, awful in the first half. They were down 7-3. Then Jimmy G stepped out of the back of the end zone for a safety. Chubb had a pick 6, but that didn't count. The Broncos got the 2 points. It was 7-5. Fourth quarter, Russ finally started to cook. Drove it 80 yards in 12 plays. Melvin Gordon, the first red zone touchdown of the season. Boos turned to cheers. 11-10 Broncos then the defense. They got 2 late turnovers. They won the turnover battle 3-0. That was the clincher. Kareem Jackson had it. Ball game. Another ugly win, another win that counts. 11-10 final. They've won 2 in a row to get to 2-1 on the season.
You know, it was great to see the team stick together. I think that's a great sign for all of us. You know, we knew it was going to be a game like that. Very good defense with 49ers. Obviously, we have a very good defense too. And so we just wanted to be sure that we were as efficient as we could, not do anything crazy, not do anything stupid. And I think the guys stuck to the plan, and we needed a big drive there at the end. Russell came through.
Russell and the defense both came through. Let's go live to Empower Field at Mile High right now. Broncos insider Troy Rank is in the locker room, and he's got a Broncos player on the defensive side. Troy, the defense tonight really handed to them. They won the game.
Well, listen, Lionel, the defense didn't allow a third down conversion until deep into the fourth quarter. They absolutely dominated. I'm joined here by Draymond Jones. Draymond, you guys have had good defensive performance in recent years, but the ability to finish after you got the lead, how important was that?
Super important. We just work on being resilient, and that's our motto, just being resilient, And it showed up tonight. To be in that position, hold a team to 10 points is amazing. That's a very elite thing to do. I don't think people understand how hard it is to do that against a team that just went to the Super Bowl, 3 years, and they have the same team. So that's a hell of a team. That's a hell of a thing about us that, you know, we preach it and we practice it, and it showed up in the game.
How much does it mean to win the takeaway battle, too? Because it's one thing to be good defensively, but often if you win the takeaway battle, you're going to win. And you had 2 big picks at the end. We do our thing, man. We do our thing. As just a testimony to us being resilient. They weren't the cleanest picks, but they were picks, nevertheless. And PJ came in, huge fumbles late to seal the deal. Just so much talent and so much just like resilience throughout, from top to bottom, from DB to D-line to outside linebacker to inside linebacker. It's all over the place. We are all leaders individually, and we come together and we just do things like that. Final question, Draymond. I'm joined by Draymond Jones here. In the past, you might lose that game, but you were telling me earlier that this is maybe how the chemistry is a little different with this group, why this group is different? Yeah. Oh, we really, this year, are learning how to really love each other. And it's like not forced, it's passionate, it's real. We do things because we actually want to do things for each other. The passion is there. And thanks to Coach Hackett, he instilled that from day one about loving each other and being team first. He preaches it all the time. He preaches it every damn day to the point where it annoys the shit out of me. But like, I mean, it's definitely a testimony to Coach Hackett.
because he's a leader, he's a spearhead of this program, and he brought it in, and we just do it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Draymond Jones. Again, Lionel, in this victorious locker room, the defense won it, and Russell Wilson, it was easier to appreciate than explain. Broncos rally for the 11-10 victory. Now they sit atop the AFC West, tied with the Kansas City Chiefs. Back to you.
All right, Troy, thanks. Yeah, look, we'd like to see Russ start cooking maybe a little bit earlier. 3 quarters of cooking disasters, and then 2 fourth-quarter game-winning drives in the last 2 games to get to 2-1. And you can't say enough about the defense. We'll be back later on Denver 7 Sports at 10:35 with more highlights, more post-game reaction, and expert analysis from Troy and Nick Rothschild. So, guys, we'll see you then.
Yeah, we want a little preheating from Russ, right, Lionel?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, we've seen Broncos fans message into us how upset they are about certain things. Look, they've been really critical about this team this season, but at the end of the day, they just want to see the team succeed.
Of course. Denver 7's Colette Bordelon's tailgating with fans who just keep showing up because win or lose, this is all about Broncos country.
It's not about where you tailgate.
A Sunday well spent
It's about how you tailgate.
is a Sunday spent with people in a parking lot.
Like a adrenaline rush. It's almost like a drug.
And there's one group
You want to finish this one?
setting up on game day
Nobody can beat that. Nobody.
you can't miss.
Scott and Betsy are the flag man and the flag mama.
Scott Hood
I am known as the Mile High Flag Man.
and Betsy Hood
We have a 32-year anniversary coming up in November.
say the flag started out small.
My wife and I used to just tailgate, her and I, and it was just us in a car and sitting there drinking some beer and listening to some music. And I saw some flags on a car, and I said, that's cool.
But this year, they hit a milestone.
And I said, well, one day I want to get to 100 flags.
You could call them the Flag Family.
Like an oasis in the desert. It draws people.
Each one has a different meaning.
He's got one for everything, from autism to breast cancer to epilepsy.
Bringing fans together from all walks of life.
It's like family reunion for about 3 months out of the year that we absolutely look forward to.
Spending a Sunday with people who start out as strangers.
Everyone, every 100 of them flags represent all of us.
Fans who are a family, no matter what happens on the field.
Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
That is so cool. And the Hoods became the Flag family back in 2017. This is commitment, too, because it takes around 4 hours to get all of those flags up in the air.
Switching gears here, police continue to search for a suspect after a deadly shooting in Aurora overnight. This happened around 1:30 in the morning in a parking lot near South Chambers and East Iliff. Both men were taken to the hospital where one of them died and the other is suffering from serious injuries. Multiple cars in a nearby business were damaged by the gunfire. Police have not made any arrests.
We are getting new video tonight showing the moments an RTD train went off the tracks last week. Take a look at this. As the train approaches the corner, you can see the 2 front cars tilt over, completely fly off the tracks, while the other 2 cars swing around. They come to a stop at a diagonal. Now, 3 people were taken to the hospital after this Wednesday. RTD tells us this is an active investigation, and RTD has not yet given an official cause.
Construction begins tonight on the Weld County Road 34 bridge over I-25 in Meade. That's the bridge that was damaged after an excavator tried to travel underneath, knocking debris all over I-25 and unfortunately killing a woman. Construction will take place Sunday through Thursday nights, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. with nighttime closures of northbound I-25. Traffic will be detoured to exit the 245 off-ramp and re-enter the northbound on-ramp.
The undersheriff of Clear Creek County, Bruce Snelling, passed away at his home last night. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office tells us Snelling was found unresponsive and that life-saving measures were not successful. They say there was nothing suspicious about his death. He was 60 years old. Sheriff Rick Albers said in a statement, Bruce loved his Clear Creek family and was proud of the employees he commanded and the community he served. Snelling served as undersheriff for Clear Creek County since 2015. Today, a lucky dozen high school students put their love for mariachi on display, performing in front of hundreds of people at Denver's Levitt Pavilion.
And this was very exciting. Denver 7's Patrick Perez spoke with them about the work it took to get there and how much it meant to celebrate their culture.
Wearing their best trajes, these high school students got an opportunity Sunday many their age could only dream about.
It's something you don't see a lot of people in our generation do.
Paola, Genesis, and Izel are part of MSU Denver's first ever All-Star Youth Mariachi Ensemble. The group, made up of a dozen high school students from across Colorado, performed for the first time in front of a crowd Sunday.
You're seeing all these professionals playing after, and you're like, wow, I was there at some point too. I was playing what they were playing.
The group met just a month ago, practicing for this very day to stand up on that Viva Southwest stage at Levitt Pavilion and share their passion for mariachi.
We fed off each other's energy, and we just all burst into and showing our talent and showcasing our talent, which was something that was very emotional for us.
For these three girls, keeping their Mexican culture's tradition of mariachi alive was the reason they signed up to do this.
It was just like what mariachi is supposed to feel like, almost like really connected, really close to our roots and to each other.
It's unclear when they'll perform together again as a group, but no matter what, this is a moment they'll hold on to forever.
It's crazy to have this experience that other people my age won't be able to have.
Patrick Perez, Denver 7.
Coming up, CU Boulder's tackling sexual misconduct on campus, but students think more needs to be done. Now they'll have a chance to speak out.
Plus, hundreds of thousands of taxpayer dollars sitting on standby for Denver police. We are crunching the numbers to see if there's a plan in place for the extra cash.
And improving the Park Hill community, one mural at a time.
You always want to beautify spaces, make things look cool and nice.
How this newest edition is honoring a Denver native next.